Salutations, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. V back with another casted game of Age of Empires 3. I should be calling it Lame of Empires 3 because, folks, this matchup has all of the ingredients of a delicious lame stew, and let me introduce the ingredients to you. Starting first off with something pretty normal. He is in the south of the map playing in the color red as the Ottomans. It is Look Tom, a 2k plus elo player, very, very skilled. He doesn't play, a ton of Ottoman, though it is in his civ pool, going with the trading post at the start of the game. And that is our first ingredient, is that this game does feature Ottoman, the lamest civ, not the strongest civ, okay? Don't get it twisted, but definitely the lamest civ with the lamest builds and the lamest vil mechanic and the lamest units in the game. Absolutely delectable. And we are on the map Deccan, which is the second ingredient of our lame stew. If you guys have never been on this map, the main feature is, of course, the starting resources. You start with a stupid amount of food, wood, and coin. The age ups here are ridiculous. You can get down two starting teepees without chopping a single second on any tree. It is absolutely ridiculous. Good treasures as well. A center plateau with a ton of resources if you can take it. A lot of potential for some spammy walling. So it's got all of the features you would want in the ultimate lame map. And then the final ingredient is our opponent playing in the north of the map in the color blue as Ottomans as well. It is Kareem. Kareem is the ultimate lamer, and I think, from everything I've seen and heard, that guy wears that title with pride, okay? I thought I was a lamer, right? I played 95% of my games as Dutch, so I thought I was king. I thought I held the crown. It was the one thing I was good at, was laming one civ. Karim, nah, man, 100%. Okay, not 99, not 98, 100% Ottoman player. Go check out his profile right now if you think I'm lying. Guy plays nothing but Ottoman. The ultimate lamest civ, laming it. There's so much lame going on. Lameception. All right, I'll actually get into the game now. But we have 3 TPs from Look Tom, and it is 2 minutes and 40 seconds into the game. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is the power of Deccan, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Karim actually getting the smaller of the 2 trading posts. So you have a 2 TP side here and a 3 TP side here. I can't talk. That's how much the lameness is affecting me. And look at this age up time. Ladies and gentlemen, Kareem is going to be up before 3 minutes 10 with the quartermaster. Okay, this is not a native boom or a native rush, excuse me. This is not the messenger. This is a normal European age up right there. 315, boom, age 2. And he already has a bunch of coin in the bank, a bunch of food, and Look Tom also up, going with 700 coin as his first shipment. Let's see what Kareem is going for. Kareem sent capitalism, starting with 700 wood, and we'll have to see what both players go for. There's a lot of options as Ottoman, and they are all deliciously lame. We could see Janissary Rush, we could see Jan Abis, we could see Jan Delhi, we could see Grenadier play, we could see a fast fortress into Sipahi, we could see an FF boom, we could see an FF into Bombards, we could see an FF into Fusilier. There is just so much we could behold, but both players starting pretty standard, actually. Karim is going for a bit more economy, getting a market down, a mosque, and also getting that 700 wood. We'll see what he goes for there, because all of the TPs are already taken up, and maybe he'll just use that to get down some military infrastructure. Look, Tom, starting with the 700 coin, getting the trade cart, and now sending 700 wood. So almost identical builds besides the brief change in how they sent their shipments there. And Karim going with a barracks very, very early and an artillery foundry. We'll see if he starts training units immediately. Yeah, immediately slamming down the Janissaries while sending 5 of his own. Okay, so we could see some age 2 pressure here, which actually might be not very good. I mean, Look Tom is already clicked up to age 3 at 4 minutes 55 seconds. That is stupidly good. Man, just decking, dude. This is why I hate this map, because you can't play it like a regular game. All of your timings are off, right? None of your practiced builds are going to play the same. And I guess that's why some people like this map. I know it was a classic on Legacy, especially for lower elo players. It was kind of a noob magnet. I remember going into the multiplayer lobbies, and this was literally the only map that people were queuing up on. But getting the Vil Tech is Look Tom, going to be up in age 3 relatively soon, going up with the Scout. And Karim not going up to age 3 at all, actually going to be making Abyss guns and Janissaries and going to be assaulting this trading post line, which I think he wants to immediately take it over. If he can get all 5 TPs, probably not. If he can get at least 4 of the TPs with the trade cart upgrade, that will give him a huge boost to his economy, because remember, Ottoman versus Ottoman, those little shifts in balance are going to be big, since they're not going to be getting a very large villager lead on each other, unless we see some huge raids here. And Karim going to be taking out 1 TP, immediately heading for the second one, and even sending 3 delis. And what is Look Tom sending? Just continuing to make Vils almost into age 3. I keep forgetting that he didn't go with the fast age up there. He's got a little bit of a messy hunt here, which I'm surprised. This high elo, he's got so many exposed Vils. Out come the delis, the 4 delis that come with the age up. He does have 2 shipments saved up. What are they going to be? 1,000 coin coming immediately. Is he going for an FI? Ladies and gentlemen, maybe these trading posts are going to buy him enough time, but there is a lot of units here. There are a lot of Janissaries and a decent amount of Abyss guns as well, and the Explorer to tank damage. But looks like he's going to be sending 6 Abyss gunners. That's going to do a good job against these Janissaries, especially if he can get the Veterancy upgrade. Though he does not have any military infrastructure whatsoever. Gonna try to raid, gonna pick up a couple of the Abyss guns here, but there are enough Janissaries to ward off those delis. Maybe pick up a villager. Yes, going to pick up 1, maybe even 2. Yeah, picks up 2 Vils for his trouble, and seeing as he got those delis basically for free, that's actually going to be a really nice trade for Look Tom. But I don't know. I mean, Karim, this is his one and only Civ, so beating Karim at his own game is going to be a bit of a challenge. 1,000 coin now coming in, and he still has a shipment ready to go. He's got a few Abyss guns and a few of the Bashi bazooks. Definitely not going to hold out super long against this army. Couple more delis coming back. Not going to get shot out, but he's got some exposed Vils out here, sending 5 Sipahi. I've gotten in trouble for saying that wrong before. Maybe going to try to snare these guys, but the Sipahi's still not going to be out for a while, but they're going to pop out right on these Janissaries. And if they can get on the Janissaries without being shot at, this could be good. Yeah, he's bringing in the Bashi bazooks. He wants to keep Karim tied down. He knows that these powerful units are going to be out in just a moment, and with that splash attack, actually might be able to take out this entire army on its own. He's picking off the Janissaries. They're going to pop right out on the Abyss gunners, going to immediately just obliterate them. And with the reinforcing Abyss guns, I think he's going to be able to clean up this entire army. Look at the splash damage. And these are anti-cav. These are Janissaries, one of the most powerful musketeers. Granted, they are only H2, but sit down, son. Oh my God, the power of the Sipahi, ladies and gentlemen. And he still has 2 of them alive. Maybe going to be trying to get out into Mom and get those healed. Explorer going to try to pick one off, but there's still going to be too much HP on them. And he's going to keep 4 of the 5 Sipahis alive, ladies and gentlemen. And now Look Tom is sending 1,000 coin to reinforce this. This guy is going to get up into the fortress, or no, excuse me, the industrial age. Meanwhile, Karim still in age 2, and the score gap is now 4,000. And we're not even at the 10-minute mark yet, ladies and gentlemen. That's how insane this map is. These games go so quickly. They are so bloody. They're one of 2 things, Deccan. Either it's going to be over in 10 minutes, or it's going to be a 50-minute age 5 battle with 5 lair walls. Those are your 2 options, by the way, when you queue up to this fight. So what do we see from Look Tom here? He still has 2 trading posts to the 3 of Karim, but he does now have 1,000 coin being shipped. He's macroing. He almost has the necessary amount of food. And, oh man, is he going to be getting to age 4 right as Karim arrives in age 3? Karim going with the fast age up, the exiled prince, so not going to be getting any units out. And he's got no army. I mean, all of his Janissaries and his Abyss guns were absolutely obliterated. And I mean, the minute Luktam gets out a factory or bombards, this is GG, right? What do you make in H2 or even H3? Do you just send Sipahi of your own? What does Karim have? I mean, he does have 5 Sipahi in his deck. He's got Mamluks, but you need to ship the 1,000 coin. 2 Falconets would be useless. He's got the Mosque upgrades, but he's not going to get to H4 anytime soon. And yeah, look at that. Karim immediately slapping down 5 Sipahi, but Luktam already going up to H4 with the Grand Vizier. And did he make an Imam to heal these Sipahi? Yeah, look at these guys are being healed. Very smart move by Luktam. Look at that. You only have to pay 115 food, and you can get how much HP back? These guys are 750 HP. So let's say all of them are at around 200 HP after that fight. That is like, what? Is that like 1,600 HP for 115 food? What an insane trade. That's why if you're playing Ottoman, don't just throw your Sipahi in, right? If they're low on HP, don't just send them to get shot under a town center. Build an Imam and get those guys healed because it's going to pay off. You can heal these guys 2, 3, 4 times as long as you micro them well, which I would not do, but I also don't play Ottoman, so there's that. And Delhi's going around the map. The 5 Sipahi are going to come now. They are going to outnumber the Sipahi of Luktam, and Luktam is almost in H4. What is he gonna get? Oh, he gets 3 more Sipahi! And I just lost my voice because of how epic that pop was. He's going to obliterate these remaining Sipahi for Karim. The Delhi's not even making a dent. Even the Abyss gun's still alive in the back doing a bit of damage. Sit down, son. The 5 Sipahi shipment is wiped out and he's immediately queuing bombards and cavalry archers, beating Karim at his own game. He's laming the lamer. No shade, Karim, by the way. From one lamer to another. At least you lame a civ that's good, right? At least you don't lame one of the worst civs in the game like someone we know. Anyways, immediately going with guard cavalry archers. So I think it's going to be a mix of bombard cavalry archer, which is just going to obliterate anything that Karim can make in H3. And what does Karim even do here? I'm surprised he hasn't resigned. He's lost 2 big fights. He's an age behind. He's nowhere even close to getting to the 4th age himself, making Janissaries, which is going to do precisely nothing against what Luktam has. Does have the advantage in trading posts, a whopping 19 vills to the whopping 22 of Luktam at the 13-minute mark of the game. And I am getting so many legacy flashbacks with this replay. A little trip down memory lane, ladies and gentlemen. And sending the factory is Luktam. So yeah, immediately going to follow that up with the second factory, no doubt. Then maybe going to send 22 Azaps, maybe even 9 cavalry archers. And he does have a wealth of shipments in the 4th age. Could send 2 town centers, but I think the game is going to be well over before that starts. Cavalry archers coming out from Karim here, but these are only veteran. 318 HP versus the 398 HP of the guard version. Gonna be losing his stable. Veteran Janissary is gonna come in, but there are still Sipahi remaining, and they have been healed for a second time by the Imam. Out come more Janissaries, and they're just gonna try to brute force down these bombards, but more cavalry archers coming to reinforce. 1 bombard definitely going to go down. A second one probably going to be going down as well, but going to lose this entire batch of Janissaries to all of these Sipahi, which there are not enough cavalry archers to kill them. Bashi Bazooks even being called now, but it's not going to be enough guard cavalry archers, just obliterating this force from Karim. And let's see, is he going to call GG here? I don't think he has anything else coming. No, he has no shipment. He's got a couple of Janissaries training. Cavalry archers now going to start raiding, taking out the last Abyss gun. Janissaries coming out. They will kind of counter guard cavalry archers, but the tech advantage is just so in Luktam's favor, it doesn't really even matter, even with TC fire. Now all of his economy is basically belled up. Few villagers gathering over here, but look at that. The Sipahi was even coming in to raid. And I don't know what caused Karim to finally resign there. I don't know if it was what he was seeing over here, or maybe he realized that 70% of his economy was about to die to this 1 cavalry unit. Oh my gosh. I love that 14-minute slugfest. Nothing super crazy, but I saw the combination of the map and the civs and the players, and I just had to bring it to you guys. Follow me to the post game. All right, folks, here we are in the post game, and not a lot to actually report. Really close resources, both being very small. Military units, much larger for Karim, but the quality was definitely in Luktam's favor since a lot of those were Sipahis and guard cavalry archers. And when we look at the timeline here, look at the villager counts, both staying very low for both players. And when we go to the military unit count, we see a huge advantage for Karim, 38 unit population versus only 15 of Luktam. And yet at the end of that fight, Luktam still has 11 and Karim has only 4. So an absolutely atrocious KD ratio. Got it back up to 38 versus 23. But again, the tech advantage left Karim with just 4 or 3 against Luktam's 15. And after that trade, I think Karim knew he could not fight any longer because he knew he was just going to face more bombards, more guard units, and he would have just died a little bit more slowly. But I hope you guys enjoyed that delicious lame stew. I'll be back with normal games next week, but until then, guys, have a great day, have a great life. See you later.